welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a brush favorites video. These are my tried and true daily trusted brushes along with a few new faves thrown in. So if you're interested in seeing some of my favorite brushes and why I love them, then please keep watching. I'm going to start off with eye brushes. So we're going to start off with this big fluffy BH Cosmetics brush. I use this one to set my primer with a base color before I go in with the transition shade. So next I'm going to go into some blending brushes that I love, and my first favorite is this Sephora brush, and it's the Airbrush Crease, and it came in the collection, the Airbrushed collection. I think this was the first crease brush I ever got, and I just love it. It's perfect for getting right in the crease and really focusing color and then blending it out really beautifully. The second one I'm going to mention, and these are in no particular order by the way, is this Scone blending brush, which I got in an Ipsy bag. I love this for putting my transition color up here in the crease and up towards the brow bone. It's just a nice, really big, fluffy brush that just really makes the color blend beautifully. I love the way it works. Another blending brush that I really love is the Tarte Unicorn Collection blending brush. This is really nice for in the crease as well. The next one that I really like lately is this brush, which came in my Naked Smoky palette. It is double-ended. Not a huge fan of double-ended brushes, but I really love the blending side on this, and I actually really like this side too for putting color on the lower lash line. And this is really good for blending upwards into the brow bone. Another double-ended brush that I really like is from EcoTools, and this is what it looks like. This side is really nice for getting in the crease and just blending things out. And then this side I love for blowing out the lower lash line and really packing on color, and then using this end to blend it out. And another double-ended brush, which I know I just said that I don't love double-ended brushes and I just keep talking about them, but there are some good ones out there. This one came in the Modern Renaissance palette, and I really love the blending end. I use it after I've already packed on color to blend it out. I don't normally just dip it in the pan and pick it up, but I will use this end to pack it on and then this end to blend it out, and it does a really beautiful job. This is going to be the last one for the blending brushes, and this is a new favorite. This is from Morphe. It's the M518. I love this for right in the brow bone and blending upwards. It does a really great job and focuses the shadow really nicely where you want it to be and helps it stay in that place without going all over the place. I really love this one. I can't wait to see how it performs going forward. So moving on, I have three brushes that I really love for packing on pigment, and the first one that I want to mention is from the Tarte Unicorn Collection as well. I think that when I bought these, I was really taken by the packaging, and of course they're really beautiful and sweet, but these brushes just perform beautifully. This is probably the best brush I've used for packing on pigment, and I actually really like it too for the Stila Magnificent Metals, which is what I have on my lid today. It's really nice for picking up like a cream shadow or a glitter. It's nice and thin and really picks up the pigment and packs it on. I do like to spritz it a little with setting spray if it is just a regular shadow. And the last one that I like for packing on pigment is one by Tarte. I believe this came in the Graveyard Girl palette, and it is just really nice for the lower lash line to pack on pigment and to pack it directly on the lid. Another new favorite is also from Morphe. It's the M225, and it's a liner brush. And I don't have that much experience with liner brushes, but I really love this one so far, and it works really well with all the liners that I've tried so far. This is another brush from Scone Cosmetics, and it's the Smudger brush. I absolutely love this for the lower lash line to pack on pigment before you blend it out. It does such a good job. It's a nice little small brush, and I love it. I use it all the time for my lower lash line. The last eye brush that I'm going to mention is something that I use for quite a few different things. It's just so versatile. I literally use it every single day. I use it for under my eyebrows. I use it when I mess up on my liner. It is a Luxie brush, and it is the 221 Flat Definer brush. This is probably one of my top 10 favorite brushes of all time. I use it all the time to get right under here to clean up my eyebrows when I make a mess. And if I make a mess with my liner, I take some Shape Tape or just any concealer that I have on hand, and I can take this really flat brush and make my liner pointed and perfect. I absolutely adore this brush. I even used it today when I messed up on my liner, and I went ahead and went like this and just like fixed the little line that I messed up. It's beautiful. It does such a good job. I use it every single day. Moving on to face brushes, I'm going to go ahead and get this double-ended one out of the way because it is amazing, and I already have said that I don't normally love double-ended brushes, but this is by Tarte, and it is a double-ended brush for highlighting, and I'm not sure what this is technically meant for, but I use it to blend out my powder. It just depends on what I'm using it for at the time. I love this end for highlight. It is really dense. Both ends are really dense. It's really, really soft and nice and just blends out all these harsh lines if you have any. It's just a really nice brush. Tarte is just an amazing brand. They make really great brushes, and I love this one. And more face brushes. This is my little container. It says wake up and makeup, and girl, I do. So the next one that I'm going to mention is from the Tarte Unicorn collection again, and it is the big fluffy powder brush, which I use so religiously every single day. It's so soft, so beautiful. It puts on powder like this light, airy layer over top of your foundation. It never, I don't know, it like takes any powder and makes it feel lightweight. It doesn't cake. It is just so soft and beautiful. I use it every single day. Hands down favorite powder brush of all time so far. The next brush I'm going to mention is this EcoTools brush. This is the brush that I use for bronzer every day. It's just a big fluffy brush, and I use this to bronze my face up everywhere before I go ahead and contour. If I contour, I use this brush every day. I really, really like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up the Tarte Unicorn collection with the next two brushes I'm going to mention, which are the last two that came in the collection. The only thing I do want to mention that I don't love about this one brush is that the color really washed out. If you can see that it's a little discolored here, right here, that's from when I washed them. I do use a makeup brush cleanser, and the color still seemed to bleed. It never bled when I used it on my face. It just bled out when I washed it. So that was the only downfall, but other than that, these brushes are so soft and amazing, and they just perform so well. I love this brush for contouring down the side of my nose. I'll take another brush that I'm about to mention, put the powder, and then use this to blend it out. I also really like this one for blending out some of my contour ever so often. This one I really like for dusting away a bake or blending out contour. It just depends on the day, but they're all so great. Honestly, I just can't say enough about these Tarte Unicorn brushes. Just the whole collection is so amazing. Tarte is such a great brand anyways. They are just so trustworthy. They're all natural, and I love their products. So the fact that these brushes were such a win for me was really great. I think for the quality, I think that they were totally worth every single penny, and I would recommend them to anybody. The next brush I'm going to mention is similar to the one I just showed you from the Tarte collection, and it's a Morphe M460, and it is like a contour brush as well. I don't use these brushes to contour my cheeks just because that's not what my style is. I know that's what they're meant for, but I love these brushes for contouring my nose. That's just what they work best for me personally for. But it is just a great brush. Moving on, the next brush I really like is the only concealer brush that I found personally that I like, and it's from the Airbrush collection, again from Sephora. This was the first set that I bought. That was a really expensive brush set, and I just have always loved it so much. They're so soft and they just perform so well. I use this if I'm having like a no makeup day to blend out my concealer because I don't wear foundation on those days, and it just blends it so nicely into the skin. I will say though that I do not like this brush over top of foundation to blend in concealer because I find that it becomes streaky, but if there is no foundation and you're just blending it onto your natural skin, it looks beautiful. The next brush that I'm going to mention is another brush that I got in an Ipsy bag, and I believe it's Lisa Frank, and I use this for blush. I love this for all the apples of the cheeks and bringing it back. It's so cute. I love the packaging because what little girl didn't love Lisa Frank? Come on. The next brush I'm going to mention is another Luxie brush, and it's the 660 Precision Foundation brush. I would never personally use this for foundation. I use this to dust away my bake and then blend it out. The next brush is a brush I love for highlighter, and I got this actually in a set off of Wish for like $10, and I think it's really comparable to one of the Morphe highlighter brushes because it's a nice fluffy highlighter brush. I really love it. It picks up and blends on your face really beautifully. The last brush I'm going to go ahead and mention is from a company that I do not know how to pronounce it. I think I might have showed it in another video once. It's like Schmissglam. I don't know. It's so awesome, and it's got these two little diamonds, which I love. I love this company and I love this brush, but I don't know what it is. It's a small contour brush. It's the W07. I use it so much, it's rubbing off. Look at that, that's crazy. So I use this to put the powder on my nose to contour, and then I use the other side to highlight down my nose. So I use this brush every single day. And I know obviously that beauty blenders are not brushes, but I will say I am a tried and true beauty blender person. I use it for my foundation and to blend out my concealer. I even have ones for powder specifically. I love them. They are just the best for blending naturally and beautifully into the skin. Just thought I'd mention that as well. And that's gonna be it, guys. These have been my favorite brushes, the brushes that I've been using every day or at least every other day, the brushes that I've tried and loved. If you guys would be interested in seeing some brushes that disappointed me, then please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.